Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth Copeland, and today I want to be discussing the expectancy violations theory and how it applies to two specific situations: meeting a person who is interviewing for a job and meeting your significant other's parents for the first time. As you can see, I have some examples on the screen, but we'll get into that a little later in the presentation. So, as far as meeting a person who is interviewing you for a job, imagine you sit down for the interview and the interviewer says, "Before we start, I have to ask you, did you see the Alabama game last night? I'm still buzzing about that last-minute touchdown." This unexpected casual comment can break the ice and make you feel more relaxed. It also shows the interviewer is personable and approachable, which could positively influence your perception of them and the community culture. Now, consider a negative violation. While you're answering a question about your previous job experience, the interviewer repeatedly interrupts with comments like, "No, that's not what I meant," or "Let's just move on." These interruptions can make you feel disrespected and undervalued. It disrupts your train of thought and can negatively impact your confidence and overall impression of the interviewer and the company. For neutral or ambivalent violation, the interviewer might ask a question that seems unrelated to the job, such as, "What is your favorite book?" This might make you feel confused, but not necessarily negative. You might wonder about the relevance, but also see it as an opportunity to show your personality. You can resolve any ambiguity by relating the question back to the job. For example, "I enjoy reading books that enhance my skills, like The Lean Startup, which has influenced my approach to project management." Now, let's discuss the dialects in job interviews. These include openness versus closedness, novelty versus predictability, and connection versus autonomy. So to balance openness and closedness, we share relevant personal experiences that highlight your skills and fit for the job, while keeping more private details to yourself. For example, "I enjoy hiking in my free time, which helps me develop perseverance and problem-solving skills." To balance novelty and predictability, highlight unique aspects of your background or your approach that make you different from other candidates, while also showing you understand and respect the company's culture and expectations. For example, in my previous role, I implemented a project management tool that increased the team efficiency by 20%. To balance connection and autonomy, we build a connection by showing genuine interest in the interviewer and the company, while also confidently discussing your own achievements and how you can contribute them independently. For example, "I'm really impressed by your company's commitment to innovation. In my last job, I led a team that developed a new product line, and I'm excited about the possibility of bringing that experience here." And like I said earlier, there is a TV show called Suits, and it is a great example to illustrate the concepts of expectancy violations theory, especially in the context of meeting a person who is interviewing you for a job. In Suits, which is one of my favorite TV shows, in an interview scene, Harvey Specter experiences a positive violation when Mike Ross, despite not having a law degree, impresses him with his quick wit, intelligent, and photographic memory, breaking the norm and positively influencing Harvey's perception of him. Conversely, a negative violation would occur if Harvey had dismissed Mike outright for not having a law degree, making Mike feel undervalued and disrespected, which could negatively impact his confidence and overall impression of Harvey and the firm. So in this example, the communicator reward balance, Mike Ross exhibits high communicator reward balance, particularly due to his intelligence, empathy, and genuine desire to help others. Now, let's move on to the second situation: meeting your significant other's parents for the first time. Wow, that's a doozy, right? Again, we have positive, negative, and neutral or ambivalent violations. During dinner, your significant other's parents might say, "You know, we've heard so much about you. We're thrilled to meet the person who makes our child so happy. Tell us, what is your favorite travel destination?" This warm and enthusiastic comment can make you feel welcomed and appreciated. It also shows that they are genuinely interested in getting to know you, which can positively influence your perception of them. On the other hand, a negative violation might occur, as if you are sharing a story about your family and one of the parents interrupts and says, "Well, in our family, we do things differently," and proceeds to criticize your family's traditions. This critical interruption can make you feel judged and uncomfortable, and creating a sense of tension and negativity, impacting your perception of the parents and the overall interaction. A neutral or ambivalent violation might occur if the parents are overly formal and reserved, sticking strictly to polite conversation without showing much warmth. Awkward. This might make the interaction feel stiff, but not necessarily negative. You might feel unsure about how they perceive you. So to ease the formality, you can try and engage them with a light conversation or shared interests. For example, "I know you have a beautiful garden. Do you enjoy gardening?" Lastly, when you're meeting your significant other's parents, balance connection and autonomy by engaging in meaningful conversations and sharing personal stories, while staying true to yourself and setting boundaries. This approach helps build a respectful and genuine relationship without compromising your individuality. And another movie that I would like to give as an example, Meet the Fockers. This is a great example of illustrating concepts of expectancy violations theory, especially when you're meeting your significant other's parents. In Meeting the Fockers, Greg Focker's parents, Bernie and Roz, exhibit a positive violation by being warm, enthusiastic, and very open about their lives, making Greg and Pam feel welcome and appreciated, which positively influences his perception of them and makes the interaction more comfortable and enjoyable. Conversely, Jack Burns, Pam's father, demonstrates a negative violation by being highly critical and suspicious of Greg, using constant questioning and even a lie detector test, which makes Greg feel judged and uncomfortable, creating tension and negatively impacting Greg's perception of Jack and the overall interaction. The communicator reward balance would definitely have to be Bernie and Roz Focker, because they exhibit high communicator reward balance by being warm, affectionate, and just overall being good people and in their behavior. So in conclusion, I know this video was long. Understanding expectation violations and how to respond to them can help us navigate various social interactions more effectively. By being aware of positive and negative neutral violations and knowing how to address dialects, we can create a more positive communication outcome, both professional and in personal settings. Thank you for your attention, and roll tide.